What if I told you, the best Motorola phone in 2025 isn't the most expensive one today? We're exposing the truth. Some Motorola phones are overpriced, while others are secret bargains. We tested them all: gaming, battery life, cameras, and the winner might surprise you. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know exactly which one to buy. Oh, and all purchase links, check the description. Let's go! Starting at number 1. Razr Ultra, 2025. The Razr Ultra, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, is the best reason to get a Motorola phone over the likes of Samsung, Apple, and Google. It's a statement piece, not just because it's a compact folding flip phone, but because Motorola offers it in several snazzy and stylish designs. There's the Mountain Trail, which employs sustainably sourced wood; Scarab, the first use of Alcantara on a smartphone; Rio Red, a leather-inspired finish; and Cabaret, which feels like satin. You'll be hard-pressed to find a phone that looks this fashionable these days. Number 2. Razr, 2025. You don't need to spend $1,300 to get a good folding flip phone. The Razr 2025, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, wins the Most Improved award because performance is finally not as choppy as on prior models. Mind you, it'll still stutter here and there, but that's not a defining aspect of this phone anymore. My experience with it wasn't massively different from the Razr Ultra. Battery life is roughly the same, lasting a full day with average use, and the screens are nice and bright, even if they're slightly smaller. Cameras are its weak point compared to the Ultra. You can get some nice photos, but they'll struggle more in high-contrast scenes, look grainy in low light, and feel a bit more processed. Skin tones and colors are also not as accurate as with the pricier sibling, and video capture is noticeably worse. Still, considering the $700 price for a folding smartphone, it's an incredible value, while still managing to look gorgeous. Number 3. Moto G Stylus 2025. The Moto G Stylus 2025 is the best Moto G phone right now, which might be a given considering it's the priciest model in the family. Still, for $400, it's one of the best smartphone values on the market. As the name suggests, it comes with a built-in stylus. The only other phone with that feature is Samsung's $1,300 Galaxy S25 Ultra. This is a slim and beautifully blue phone. My mom said it looked nice. Even a stranger stopped me to ask what phone I was using. The Surf the Web blue really pops with the vegan leather back, though you can get it in a more muted Gibraltar sea color. You'll notice a headphone jack on the bottom, a rarity in today's smartphone climate, and pop open the SIM tray to find a spot to add a micro SD card, another rapidly disappearing feature. Motorola also includes 256 gigabytes of storage, a nice bump compared to pricier smartphones that offer only 128 gigabytes. You get a 120Hz AMOLED 6.7-inch screen that's plenty bright in sunny conditions, and satisfactory, stutter-free performance with the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 chipset. It might not feel the speediest, but this is the smoothest performing Moto G. I've rarely seen choppy animations in the interface. Speaking of, there's a good deal of bloatware apps in the Android 15 operating system, but they're easy to uninstall. Number 4. Moto G Power, 2025. If you wait for the Moto G Power to go on sale, it'll be a great buy. 7/10, Wired recommends. A few months after the 2024 version launched, it dipped as low as $250. If the same happens again here, that would make the 2025 model a better proposition than its MSRP. Last year's Moto G Power was fantastic. It introduced wireless charging, a rarity on a sub-$300 phone, had good performance, and checked off many boxes. This year's version retains much of that and adds even more. It's now IP68/69 rated, meaning it will be fine in heavy rain and even submerged in water for some time. Motorola is also promising 2 Android OS upgrades, giving these budget phones a slightly longer shelf life. Unfortunately, it took 2 steps forward and 1 step back. The performance got a slight hit. The MediaTek Dimensity 6300 chipset inside delivers decent speed, but the stutters are more noticeable. It's not frustrating to operate, but I wish it were as fluid as the 2024 Moto G Power. If you can deal with that, this is still a capable and attractive budget Android phone. I like the green color and the fake leather texture on the back, which gives this phone some character. The 6.8-inch LCD is sharp and bright, and you get a fingerprint scanner, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and a microSD card slot. The 5,000 mAh battery can last a good while into a second day with average use, though heavy usage ended my days with around 30% left. The camera system consists of a 50-megapixel main camera, an 8MP ultra-wide, and a 16MP selfie camera. Photos from the primary shooter are adequate, even in low light, though skin tones and colors can be off. The ultra-wide and selfie cameras are only worth using if it's daytime or you have lots of light. Much of this is par for the course with phones in this price bracket. Number 5. Edge 2025. Motorola Edge 2025 for $550. Motorola is one of the few companies still making smartphones with waterfall displays, where the edges of the screen blend into the phone's frame for a cool, almost bezel-less effect. Popular just a few years ago, the trend fell out of fashion because it was just harder to use the phone. Bezels can be good. I haven't had as many issues with the touchscreen on this model, and while I think the overall aesthetic is nice with the vegan leather back, the Edge doesn't impress as much as the stiff competition with its $550 price. Performance is a little too choppy at this price. I noticed a lot of lag in the camera app. The main camera is solid, but the lackluster software update policy makes it hard to recommend. It'll be a much better deal when it inevitably dips to $350 during major sale events. Motorola Razr Plus 2025 for $1,000. The Razr Plus is identical to the Razr Plus 2024, except it employs Motorola's titanium reinforced hinge for improved durability. The specs are otherwise the same, but it sits in an odd middle ground where it doesn't offer a massive improvement over the Razr 2025, but doesn't sit too far from the Razr Ultra. You might find the lack of an ultra-wide camera annoying, especially for group selfies, and the battery here is the smallest of the current lineup. You can always save some cash and buy last year's Razr Plus, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, which has good performance and solid cameras, but I highly recommend waiting for a sale. This phone has dipped as low as $580, which is fantastic for a folding phone. There's also the base Razr 2024, which I've seen as low as $450, though its slightly choppy performance is a turn-off. So, which Motorola phone stole your heart? Was it the budget beast, the camera king, or the performance monster? Drop a comment and let me know. If this video saved you from buying the wrong phone, smash that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe. We've got more explosive tech showdowns coming. All purchase links are in the description. See you in the next one. Peace.